And just like that, we have a live stream today, boys and girls. That's right, the live stream is up and running. I don't know what happened on Tuesday, but I am so glad it's up and running today. My apologies for the sound. I did not plug my microphone in, and I was too scared to plug it in after I finished setting up the live stream because I was scared that it was going to mess up the live stream. So I contacted YouTube about the problem on Tuesday, and they got back to me basically saying that there was nothing they could do. Hello to everyone in the chat that I haven't said hello to. Lyle, good to see you, bud. You had a mosquito up your nose? I'm sorry. That's a horrible thing, Lyle. Horrible, horrible. So sorry to hear that, man. I hear you, Griffin. Jim says, stop the presses, stop whatever you're doing. If you got called into work and you're supposed to be headed to work, tell them you can't make it because it's time. I like that. Steve, good to see you. Prep Fort, good to see you. Mark, hello. Lyle and Autumn and Asia and Bob and Robert. Tim, Matt Tech, great to see you guys. Thank you all for coming by. Steve Banfield, good to see you, brother. Appreciate it very much. I believe Jim is going to request this a little bit later, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it up. So we'll have it. That is my Cash App link, because I'm sure Jim will put out some kind of challenge. Mark says, my mother taught me to always have a tissue in my pocket. I like that. Very good. So there is a ton of information to go over today, guys. I don't know how long you want to stay on this live stream. I'm going to have another one tomorrow with more information. Just got word that there's been over 2,000 cases again today in Thailand. It's just not looking good. So what I want to do is what I usually do. I want to read the description of this video and tell you what we're going to talk about. So I'm reading my own description that I wrote a few minutes ago. We're talking about Thailand tourism, travel updates, and Thailand travel. Today's video will be a discussion of Thailand travel updates. I will also discuss Thailand tourism and Thailand's reopening plans. At the time of this video, Thailand is suffering from the lack of foreign tourism. Foreign tourists are not interested in coming to Thailand because of the 14-day queue, the domestic travel restrictions in the country, and the high rate of daily infections. Currently, the Thai government is implementing various programs to aid in the recovery of Thailand's tourism, nightlife, and business sectors. You could also include entertainment industry in there too. Poverty and petty crimes are on the rise due to business closures and informal workers who no longer have jobs. There are alcohol bans in various parts of the country. There are inter-provincial checkpoints in many areas of the countries, and most restaurants are closed or operate under a strict curfew. In addition, many hotels and resorts have closed temporarily or permanently in Thailand. However, Thailand still plans to reopen part of the country by July 1st, 2021 for foreign tourism. This plan will allow foreign tourists to travel to Phuket, other popular tourist destinations such as Pattaya, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and a few others will follow. I'm an expat living and working in Thailand. I can only hope for the best. So that is today's introduction. Robert, thank you so much for throwing up the PayPal link. I will pin that to the top. Appreciate that. All contributions are greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated and go to a great cause, which is making sure we have funds to keep this channel going. I got to be honest with you guys. We don't know what the education situation is going to look like here over the next month. We're not sure when schools are going to start back, and therefore not 100% sure on job status. So, yeah, contributions could definitely help keep the channel going. And right now, I can't travel, unfortunately, or I would bring you travel content. So we're just stuck with news and updates and all of my wonderful family here at DoMoreLife. So that being said, Joseph C., good morning. Good to see you, man. I'm from the Philippines. Appreciate it. Marinko says it's getting more and more. Damn it. Yep, it's getting higher and higher. That's for sure. In fact, if you want the exact number, I will give you the exact number. Today, if it'll pull up here. Okay, it's not pulling up. Give me 1 second. Let me back out of this. I'm going to get into a ton of information, guys. It's just a matter of time here. I'll let you guys ask questions as always, and we will talk about the information as presented. I'm trying to get the Tiger just sent the number of cases. It was quite high. It was over 2,000. I do know that. They came in today, and we'll just wait for that to happen. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over, which is kind of weird. It seems like the notifications didn't go out. And just as I say that, the notification email comes out. That's great. Let's go to some different sources than what we normally use. Like, let's go to this Calcite English have what I wanted to start with. Let's see. Okay, this was from let me get this article open here, guys. This is from Calcite English, and it says cases rise, pressure grows on Modi to impose strict lockdown. That was in New Delhi. In case you guys haven't heard, India is having a rough time over there. So, yeah, India is in a bad spot, and we're here in Thailand. We're kind of tagging along. We just don't have the population that India has, so that's why the numbers aren't quite so high. And if you hadn't hit the thumbs up button yet, please do, because this is about to get much better. Griffin says 2044 Friday. Daniel, hello, Daniel, and a channel member, by the way. Awesome, good to have you, Daniel. Roger McGee, what's up, bud? Tiger not coming up, but the number was just under 2,500. That's it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Jim says, hey, Jeremy, I would like to put this out there immediately when I give you any contributions. It for you to do whatever you need to do with. I don't care if it's to buy coconut water. Are you contributions to you do whatever you need to do with, because we got to keep to keep you going, to keep the channel going, if that makes sense. I'm sure everyone that contributes will agree. Look over for any misspellings or whatever is a voice message. Thank you, Jim, and yeah, I'm sure my people would agree as well, and I appreciate that very, very much. So, yeah, contributions are always welcome, and whether it be Super Chat, PayPal, Cash App, whatever, Chime, doesn't matter. Keep the channel running, and I love and appreciate you guys for it. I always want to have better stuff for you. Now, let's get into. I am going to go to the Pattaya news here because kind of want you to understand the gravity of the situation here in Thailand. So I want to start off by reading this article, and hopefully you guys can really get something out of this that are planning to come to Thailand. I'm going to get into foreigners that are eligible for the magic shots in a little bit, because as you initially heard, foreigners were not able to get. There was no chance of them registering. They quickly withdrew that and went back to, okay, foreigners can get that, but the government faced a lot of, how can I put it, flack over that maybe. And they changed their minds pretty soon. Sorry guys, trying to get the article to come up here. Here it goes. Thailand's consumer confidence. This is from the Pattaya News, by the way. It says Thailand's consumer confidence significantly drops to record low in April due to third wave of the infections going around. From Bangkok, the Center for Economic and Business Forecasting and the University of the Thai Chamber of Commerce revealed yesterday, May 6th, that the Consumer Confidence Index in April has dropped from 46% to dropped to 46% from 48.5% in March, significantly dented by this third wave going over. Moreover, the overall economic confidence also fell from 40.3% to 40.3% from 42.5%, as well as the job confidence index, which is now at 42.9 from 45.3, and the future income confidence, which drops to 54.7 from 57.7. UTTC president told the press. This is according to researchers a record low. The explanation for the plummet of several confidence indexes was, according to the president, that consumers feel that the economy has not yet potentially recovered, and I don't know why they would think it would, but that's it. Air quality, Mr. R, the air quality in Thai travels is not bad. Certainly not as bad as the Philippines. The only bad place is during the burning season that they have in Chiang Mai, and Bangkok usually has high level of or a low. A high air index problem. So it does get polluted here in Bangkok. Continuing, and it may remain on a downward trend until the number of new infections decreases and more magic shots are distributed and to a larger group of people. That's the solution to everything, by the way, is the magic shots. That's the solution. And I'm going to get into all that here in a little bit. This is going to be a long live stream. So pace yourself, guys. Lots of time, all that good stuff. He stated recent regulations and recommendations to curb the spread right now in Bangkok and its vicinity, such as refraining from leaving the house. They don't want you to leave the house right now. Prohibiting all dine-in services, changing operation time of shopping malls, closures of all entertainment and leisure venues and tourist attractions tremendously impact domestic tourism. That is true. It does impact domestic tourism, but it also impacts foreign tourism because if foreigners are here, there's nothing for them to do if they're tourists. Changing queue for all foreign visitors back to 14 days, even for those who have been inoculated and had both their magic shots, also had a major impact. So in case you guys don't know, the queue is back to 14 days here in Thailand. Singapore just announced that they're up to a 21-day queue. And Vietnam has announced that they are extending their queue as well because they've been very successful with the situation, and we all hope it gets better. And when it does get better in Thailand, I have a feeling that there are going to be so many lessons learned from what's happened here in Thailand that foreigners are going to benefit and be able to thrive in Thailand like never before. I mean that. I really mean that. I have reason to believe that. Just because I haven't been online much this week doesn't mean I haven't been reading and studying every day to keep you guys posted. I've been waiting on this weekend's live streams for literally the entire week, making sure I have my information prepared for you guys. Steve Banfield says, I'm stuck at home for 14 days after hospital stay with C. Yep, I heard you had that. I'm glad you're okay, Steve. Very glad you're okay, and continue healing up and get better, my friend. Get better. Roger says, I'm on the road traveling to Wahan. Can't join much. Morning all. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate it. Bob says, I respectfully and adamantly disagree that the magic shot is the solution. You have the right to disagree. That's okay. I completely don't see any other solution. And if you have a solution, Bob, I'm more than happy to hear it. We can certainly talk about it. People are not going to come. People are still getting sick, and it is what it is. Without the magic shots, you have to be here and understand how the Thai government looks at this stuff. Without the magic shots, they're not going to open the borders. There's not going to be a reopening until you have a 70% of the population that has their magic shots. So I don't know what part you're disagreeing with, but that's okay. You're welcome to disagree, and we can debate it later for sure. Autumn says 0 days and Oaxaca, Mexico, T-minus 18 and counting. I hear you, brother. I would much rather give Thailand my money, though. I understand, Autumn. I understand. Mexico seems to be becoming more popular and more popular. MetTech, I agree with you. I agree. That's the only way forward. Jim says 38 watching, 18 thumbs up, 0 down. Where's my other 20 thumbs up? We're going to get them. We're going to get them. Quoting again, it says the weakening political stability and delay in vaccination also, I didn't mean to say that whole word, by the way, also impact customer confidence, thinking that the domestic economy in Thailand is not going to resolve anytime soon, despite multiple government economic stimulus campaigns. And they do have stimulus campaigns put together. We'll talk more about them in a minute. But until tourism returns to Thailand, Thailand is not going to see a big economic recovery. It's just that simple. I think the value of tourism has finally been seen here, both foreign and domestic. Domestic tourism was bringing back the economy. Just a month ago, it was bringing it back. If you watch my video, 18 hours in Pattaya, and then channel members have the long version of that video that they can watch. But if you watch that video, you will see that Pattaya was thriving. It was booming. I was there literally the day before they implemented these latest rounds of restrictions. I absolutely missed my parents, MetTech. Absolutely. Okay. The university estimated an economic loss of 400 to 600 billion baht if the current situation continues beyond this month, adding that the government should rush to implement new and potential relief measures to help revive the economy. Quote, it all depends on how will the government implement measures to prevent and resolve the situation, including how many provinces will be in a LD, how intense the measures will be, and how quickly the magic shot allocation will be. Some provinces in deep red, which Bangkok is in, under strict measures are enormous to the economy, especially Bangkok and Chonburi, home of Pattaya. All of these will undoubtedly affect customer confidence and the recovery of the Thai economy in the future, which may be able to expand by 0 to 1.5% this year, the president concluded. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea of what kind of toll this thing is taking on the economy here and how bad the situation is. Earlier, I mentioned in the description, poverty and crime are on the rise. You see a lot of people. I've seen pictures from some of my friends in Pattaya, and there are people sleeping on the streets. It's bad. I mean, it's really, 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 really bad. Excuse me one second, guys. Okay. And it's also getting bad here in here in Bangkok as well. You start to see that. David said, last seen 2011. Yeah, I haven't seen my parents since 2017. So it's been a while. David says, had both of the Vaseline. Anything to see my family in Thailand. Thanks for the show, dude. You're more than welcome, David. Jim says, when you go and hit the thumbs up right beside that, hit the share button and share on your social media. You can do this without missing any of the live. That's a good point, Jim. Very good point. Thank you for trying to plug away. There was a whale shark that was spotted. Let me run this real quick. This is for Bob. Bob had asked a question about the LPGA that's going on here. So I want to tell him real quick. Honda LPGA Thailand 2021 tees off in Pattaya behind closed doors to global audience. So this is a press release from the Thai Tourism Authority. Their thoughts and their statements are their own. Bangkok, May 7th, the Honda LPG Thailand 2021 saw over 70 top female golf pros around the world competing in a closed tournament at the Siam Country Club Pattaya Old Course, Chonburi from the 6th through the 9th of May 2021 with no spectators in line with Thailand's restrictions right now. There's really not more information on it. It just says it's held behind closed doors and protected by safety measures. The Sports Authority of Thailand has established organizational queue facilities for the athletes participating in the competition in accordance with the regulations for the center for the CCSA. This year, Honda has prepared a prize purse worth a total value of 1.6 million US dollars and a Honda Accord hybrid tech variant worth 1.799 million baht. The car will be presented to the first player to make a hole-in-one on the 16th hole. And it welcomed many of the premier golfers. Danielle Kane from America, the 5th-ranked pro in the world. Minjee Lee from Australia, ranked number 10 in the world. And Gabby Lopez from Mexico, winner of the Champion 2020 Diamond Resort Tournament. So there are more stuff going on. 4 winners from 4 major tournaments, including Prao Meow, who recently achieved her dream by winning the first LPGA 2021. Also, they're going to be joined by the winner. So anyway, that's your update on the LPGA. Now, this is where it starts to get really good, because this is where the Thai Tourism Authority has made a claim, and you have to hit the like button. But Thai Tourism Authority has made a claim that there is not going to be earlier in the week, they claimed that foreigners would not be listed as available to get magic shots until the Thai government, before Thai citizens. That was what they said. Yeah, I missed you, Tim. Good to see you. I'm glad you're back, bud. The Thai Tourism Authority reiterates foreigners living in Thailand can get vaccines. Reopening plan for Phuket, Pattaya, etc. still on. Now, this is very interesting because the situation we're in now, this is May the, what's the day? In Thailand, it's Saturday, May the 8th. So, they want to fully reopen for tourism in certain areas by July the 1st. To the best of my knowledge. We're going to read the article right now. And that it goes like this. The TAT, or Tourism Authority of Thailand, is pleased to reiterate the assurance from the Ministry of Public Health that all people in Thailand, including foreigners, regardless of nationality, are eligible to receive the magic shot. According to Dr. Opus Kwanpong, I hope I didn't say that wrong, but I probably did. Director General of the MOPH Disease Control Department, the government's policy is to achieve the herd immunity of about 70% of the population, or 50 million people, based on estimates of 67 million Thais and 3 million foreigners, or foreign residents, I should say. That's their goal. He quoted, "Nobody is safe until everyone is safe," said Dr. Opus. The magic shots will be provided for anybody living in Thailand, whether they be Thai foreigners. If they want the magic shot, they can get it. Rest assured that Thailand's mass magic shot program will follow the international practices of public health, which was a big change from what they said earlier in the week. Jim said, "He'll be right back in 10 minutes. Cool." David says, "People are all equal as we take care of Thai people as well in Australia and the rest of the world." I agree with that statement 100%. The government plans to obtain 100 million doses by the end of the year, sufficient to inoculate 50 million people with 2 doses each. More magic shot centers will be open, in addition to the services provided at public and private hospitals, in time for the country's mass magic shot rollout, which is scheduled to begin in June. So they're going to try to do all this in a month. And thank you, MedTech. I appreciate that. I don't see it happening, but then again, you never know. Thailand ordered 61 million doses from AZ to be locally produced and delivered between June and December. From the Chinese maker, Thailand received 2.5 million doses between late February and April, and will receive 3.5 million more doses this month. From other suppliers, the government plans to obtain 37 million doses to be delivered within this year. The government expects the nationwide magic shot rollout to complete within 4 to 7 months, or between September and December 2021. The mass magic shot program for anybody living in Thailand will allow the country to reopen safely to international tourists. So that's what they're looking for, is the international tourism coming back. Phuket will be the first to lift queue measures for vaccinated. It means that for the people that have the magic shots, foreign tourists, from July onwards, followed by Krabi, Phang Nga, Surat Thani, Chonburi, and Chiang Mai from October. So Samui, Chonburi, which includes Pattaya, and Chiang Mai from October. So looks like they'll be doing Phuket first, and then bringing people in the country without queue, and then Phang Nga will follow, Surat Thani, which includes Koh Samui, Chonburi, and Chiang Mai from October. This means 70% of the population in these areas, including residents, workers in tourism-related businesses, and migrant workers, must have the magic shots to safely achieve the number against the disease before the reopening time. So that's what they're looking for as far as people coming to the or getting foreign tourists back. That's what they're looking for. It is what it is at this point. We've had some bad weather here in Thailand, by the way. Want to talk about that. Now, let me go over to TPN National. So the TPN Nationals put out a post here that I want to catch you guys up on. The reason this post is so important is the reason people are out of work, and the reason poverty and petty crime is on the rise is because people don't have jobs. They're losing their jobs. Restaurant workers, all the informal workers. Informal workers include your drinking companions, your musicians, your people that work in entertainment industries. Many times it even includes waitresses that work at restaurants, people like that that are, quote unquote, paid under the table. Those are all considered informal workers in Thailand. And they can't access the Social Security system here in Thailand. Now, Social Security system doesn't work in Thailand the same way that it works in America. It's a little bit different, and it's just different. And I don't want to go into all that right now. But I do want to read you this article because I feel like it's very important. And this is from the tpnnational.com. As soon as it pulls up here, it says restaurant associations, political groups, and more asked the Thai government to consider more financial assistance for restaurants, musicians, and entertainment venues. From Bangkok, the vice president of the startup political KLA party, KLA and then party, opposed the government's recent remedial measures of extending economic stimulus campaigns, reasoning that the measures will encourage people to travel to buy things which will become a risk of spreading the infection even more. Automation says it doesn't make any sense. Get the shot, go to Phuket for 7 days, and then go where I please. How is that any different than the 7-day queue? Thai logic, man. Thai logic. And MedTech's got a point there as well. The VP revealed, I'm not going to try to pronounce any more names. The VP revealed to the press today, May 7th, that the stimulus campaigns included the third phase of We Win, or Rao. I don't want to try to pronounce that. Will only lead to more cases in Thailand, especially when the magic shot distribution is not properly accessible, as people will leave their residence and spend time shopping at markets in high-risk community areas. He additionally suggested that the government should rather pay attention to business groups, especially restaurant operators who urgently need financial assistance, the most as they were directly affected since the start of all of this last year, and by the government closing order on May 1. So there's been a lot of effects on the restaurants and the hotel industry as well. It's bad. Hey, Stuck, good to see you, man. Glad you were able to join us. Gregory, good to see you. Hey, but better to be stuck in Phuket for 7 days than a hotel for 14. I can agree with that. So this KLA party, I don't want to mispronounce KLA, party, therefore has proposed 7 measures to demand the government to speed up the financial aid as follows. 1, the government should provide 50,000 baht for every licensed restaurant affected by the closures, especially in deep red zones like Bangkok and Pattaya, with a total of 15,000. It says with a total of 15,000 million baht in total. That's what it says. Number 2, the government should provide compensation based on 20% of average revenues from May to the end of September with a proper rate ceiling. Number 3, the government should be responsible for paying social insurance for eatery businesses for both employers and employees, regardless if the workers are informal or not. 4, the government should negotiate a reduction of gross profit delivery with delivery companies to be not higher than 15% from a current rate of 30 to 35%. 5, the government should deduct electricity bills for entrepreneurs by 50%. 6, the government and local government should stop collecting signage and land tax money from the restaurants until the end of the year. 7, Bank of Thailand should provide low-interest loans without pledging collateral for restaurant operators under one condition, that the restaurant must not reduce staff and not reduce wages of their employees. Quote, the government should not spread the money around because it's not the right way to solve the economy at the moment. Today, those who are working at restaurants, musicians, and entertainment venue workers slash night workers are the ones who are affected the most. I am not sure whether the situation is over, even if we can manage the third wave, because new strains from India and other places are developing that might not be cured by the magic shots, which was reported. Meanwhile, Chiang Mai governor made a request in a letter to the CCSA urging the authorities to allow restaurants and food shops to provide dine-in services until 9 p.m. This follows last week's petitions from representatives of Chiang Mai Restaurant and Entertainment Venue Association to revoke the prohibition of dine-in service, as it would harm more than 14,000 restaurants and 80,000 employees in the province alone. A similar restriction is implemented in 5 provinces with high caseloads of the current outbreak, namely Bangkok, Chonburi, Chiang Mai, Nonthaburi, Pathum Thani, and Samut Prakan. The CCSA is planning to review the current zone restrictions and classifications at the end of next week, according to a statement from a spokesperson on May the 7th. Any decisions are unlikely to come before Friday, May 14th. So that's this next coming Friday. That would be a story, if you're interested in coming over, that I would definitely keep an eye on. Definitely. I have much more to get to, but let me take some comments here. Everybody's saying hello. I'm glad you guys are saying hello to each other. That's awesome. Many of you now have red channel member stickers, which means you've been channel members since I opened the channel members section. I thank you for that very much. Hope you enjoyed the picture I sent yesterday. Tim said, question, where is all the money going to come from for all these things? That is a great question, Tim. That is a great question. I'm not familiar enough with how Thailand runs their economy. MedTech. 15,000 million is a clumsy way of expressing 15 billion. Yeah, I figured that. Bangkok Warrior, are gyms and fitness centers still scheduled to reopen May 10th? Brother, I have not heard anything about any kind of gyms and fitness centers opening on May 10th. It would depend on where you live. But I can tell you, if you're in a dark red zone, probably even a red zone, you're not going to get access to a gym or a fitness center on May the 10th, unless some kind of miracle takes place, which I highly doubt at this point. Let's see. Now, there's a new thing going around. There is this thing called, I'll just say it once, vaccine tourism, where basically what's happened is, I'm not even going to read the article because I read it so much I can explain it to you guys. So Thai citizens over here, and even foreigners that live here, are looking to go back to their home countries, or many of the Thai citizens are looking to go to the United States or to the UK, possibly even Dubai or somewhere like that, get their magic shots, and then come back to Thailand, because the rollout has just been so slow. It's just been so slow. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. It's just been slow. I mean, every media outlet says that. Again, not pointing blame at anybody. Certainly not criticizing the government. Don't know what happened, but yeah, if you're in Bangkok, Bangkok Warrior, which obviously you are, no fitness centers or any of that stuff is scheduled open right now. Bangkok has the Kalang Toi problem too, and I'll get into that a little bit later in the live stream. That's a huge problem right now, and it could potentially be worse than huge. So I do not, for any reason, see any of that stuff opening back up anytime soon. Yes, it is sad. It's very, very sad. MetTech says USA backs me and I'm not American. Thank you, USA. Good for you, MetTech. So what's happening is there are a lot of companies, and you have to be very careful. For lack of a better term, I don't want to use the word scam, but um, people will take advantage of you at this point. Okay, with if they can make money. So they're setting up these tourism packages. I hear you, Tim. Good job, bud. So they're setting up these magic shot tourism packages. Okay, so what they'll do is they'll set you up for uh, a 2 week trip or a 4 week trip to get um, uh, over to the United States and receive your magic shots. Now the problem with that is, what if every state in the United States is different? Okay, not every state is vaccinating foreigners for free. Not every state is. I said the word again, didn't I? Not every state is allowing people that come on tourist visas, which is a whole nother issue getting into the USA. If you're a Thai citizen, or not all of them are allowing the magic shots to be implemented. So what could happen is, if you're a Thai citizen or if you're a foreigner and you want to go to the USA, and I'm not talking about USA residents here, okay? Although this could happen to a USA resident as well, a USA citizen. You could go. You could say, okay, I'm going to go. It takes 4 weeks because you have to get the one magic shot, and then 4 weeks later you have to get the second one. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to Thailand. Well, as far as I know right now, if you come back to Thailand, you're still going to have to do a 14-day queue here in Thailand, which is bad. And I'm not sure that they've lifted the 14-day queue everywhere in America yet. So I know there are some states that don't have it, but that's beside the point. What could happen is, you could go to the United States, and essentially there'd be a waiting list. So you might get this tourism package, which is all inclusive, and it's got you're going to get to go here, there, and all around the place to get your magic shots, right? And you'll be comfortable. You got your hotel stays. You'll be in a nice place, this, that, and the other. But you get there, and there's a waiting list. So you have to wait 2 weeks before you get your first one. And then you got to wait at least 30 more days before you get your second one. So that puts you way over budget, way over time. And if you're, if you hold a visa here in Thailand, if you're a foreigner and you go back and you're on a reentry permit, or you get a reentry permit, that could cause a problem with your reentry permit, because your reentry permit has to be dated before you leave. So what I encourage you to do is to contact, if you're a Thai citizen or if you're a foreigner. If you're a Thai citizen, contact Thai embassies in America or anywhere else before you go, and find out what the scoop is. Find out what the real deal is. If you're an American citizen, you need to contact your state that you live in, or that you have an address in. Or if you don't have a permanent address in the United States, you need to find out where to go and how long it's going to take, if that's something you choose to do. Because when you come back, okay, you're still going to have to do the 14-day queue. Doesn't matter if you're fully inoculated or not. So these are all things to keep in mind, and beware of people trying to take advantage of you if you choose to do this. Let's see. I missed some comments up here. Loss is good for you, MetTech. I agree. Tom O'Connell says, yesterday received 2 emails from frustrated Thais wanting to come to U.S. for the magic shot. I can believe it. It's a big deal here in Thailand. They're looking to go to other countries and get it. They really are. MetTech says, thank you, Tim. Wow. Part-time deliver medicine to nursing homes. It was the right decision. Very good. Tim Sweet says, sucks. MetTech, I will instruct girlfriend to get the AZ vax. Probably a great idea. The Ralph, I think California is giving for free here in Northern Cali. People with passports were getting shot, no questions asked. That's good information. LMAO, what's up? Actually, I can say it now. Live my ass off. YouTube updated their terms of service. Good to see you, brother. He says Gracie and I are considering the vax tourism behavior. Realistically, I'd allocate 6 to 8 weeks as the second shot appointment usually gets delayed. In mass, it can make appointment ahead of time. You're 100% correct, and I agree with you. That's a very valid point, and couldn't have said it better myself. Gregory says, yes, Magic Shot is slow being rolled out in Australia too. I am a health worker, though, so I have been fast-tracked for it. That's good. I'm not sure what Tim Sweet meant either there, other Tim. Words of wisdom. And traveling from various provinces, there is also a 14-day queue. There is in certain provinces. For example, they added a list of provinces to that. It was just Phuket. There are now several provinces, and I'll try to get into that here shortly. Words of Wisdom says, isn't anyone concerned about the dangers of the Magic Shot and how dangerous it is? Of course, people are concerned, but at the same time, nothing's really going to change unless those things, unless you get it. It's a chance that people are willing to take. Most people, not all people. And to me, it just makes sense. To other people, it's phony baloney. Everybody's entitled to their belief, their right. However, I believe you will not be able to travel. And there's going to be a lot of things you can't do if you do not get that Magic Shot. Words of Wisdom says, pathogenic priming worth a search. What means and how this could affect the health of those that take the Magic Shot. We know the recovery rate and everything else. But that the fear propaganda that's been spread about this thing is just unbelievable. Mike says we'd probably schedule a stay in the U.S. through the end of September, October, but as you said, return to Thailand needs to be better than now, though. 14 days equals Burma. So, yeah, I agree, 100%. Richard Cypress. Hello, Richard. Good to see you, man. Bangkok Warrior. Why go through all that hassle and money to fly to another country to get the Magic Shot and risk not being able to get back into Thailand? Just wait here in Thailand until the Magic Shot arrives. That's my plan. Bangkok Warrior. Number one, I can't afford it. So that's out of the question for me. And number two, I'm just going to sit here and wait it out. I actually have alternatives that I can't discuss on YouTube. I have to find another platform to discuss that are effective or have been proven effective anyway. Okay, let me jump over to some articles that I feel are of value and feel like you guys need to hear. MedTech says, yeah, but everyone is not entitled to their own facts. Well, yeah, that's true. But facts are facts. That's true. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's all I'm saying. Tim says, it still amazes me that things that happen in America, how much they ripple throughout the world. True. Words of Wisdom says, thank you. You're welcome. Bangkok Warrior. Most people cannot afford the luxury to fly out. I agree. And I am one of those people. So today's official number, 2,419 new infections and 19 people who are no longer with us. Okay, here's some news as far as reopening goes. This is from the Tiger, And I'm going to read the article. It says Disease Control Department backpedaled, saying that foreigners living in Thailand will also be given the magic shot. The governor of Chiang Mai is calling for the ban on dining in restaurants in the northern city to be lifted and for eateries to be allowed. I already went over this. Serve food until 9 p.m. Tourism and Sports Minister insists the southern island of Phuket must record 0 cases if planned July reopening is to go ahead. And 150 million baht worth of illegal stuff were impounded yesterday that they found. That's just a little quick shot from the Tiger. Now, here's some red zones that have been added. I want to make sure I get this information to you. This is very important. The Ralph says people were probably as conspiratorial against the measles and polio vax back then. I just told a guy on Facebook yesterday. I said he was arguing with me about the magic shots, and I said, look, I said people said the same thing about polio and penicillin. So it just is what it is. That's funny stuff. Visker, what's up, man? Everybody in DoMoreLife, what's up, DC? Hope it's all well, brother. You're a good man. Thank you. Words of Wisdom says the cycle threshold levels are being inflated. Run at 30 to 45 cycles, creating false positives. The whole thing is a crock. Sorry, I just don't agree with that. Mete says, oof, Batman style on the chin from Stuck. I know, right? Tim says, I think that if you disagree with me, you have the right to. We can't leave that up, man. We can't leave that one up, Tim. Can't leave that one up, brother. All right, so let's go on. Visitors to Phuket from Krabi, Trang, Ranong, and Patalong will now have to prove they're inoculated or have a negative test within 72 hours of arrival, as they've been added to the red zone province list. People entering without those qualifications will still have to take a rapid antigen test on the spot before being allowed into Phuket. The 4 provinces join a group of 21 other provinces already on the Phuket red zone list, requiring strict measures to enter. That list even includes Phuket itself, as people do exit the province have to prove a negative test or inoculation before being allowed to re-enter. Phuket's vice governor made the announcement yesterday after the governor signed the order and put into effect until at least May 15th. That same order requires all trucks transporting goods to travel from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., the nighttime hours that other people are not allowed to enter the island. Phuket recently closed its entry checkpoints from late night to early morning after reports of exhaustion from health officials working to test everyone or verify their credentials. Delivery drivers will also have to pass the same requirements as red zone province arrivals before entering Phuket. Any driver who does not have a negative test within 72 hours or proof they received both doses of a magic shot approved by Thailand's FDA will be forced to wait until the regular checkpoint opens at 5 a.m. to receive a rapid test. Over 40,000 people from red zones have now been tested at a checkpoint to enter Phuket. In the first week of the requirement, which began on April 22nd, health officials tested more than 22,000 people, overwhelming staff and prompting the government to close the entrance from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. to give checkpoint workers a break. The 25 provinces currently classified as a red zone for entering Phuket are as follows. I'm not going to read them all, but I can tell you that Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Chonburi, Khon Kaen, Krabi, Nonthaburi, Nakhon Sri Tamarat, I think, Nakhon Ratchasma, Nakhon Pathum Thani, Sakau, Rayong, Samut Prakan, Songkla, and there are many others in this graph. So that just gives you an idea of how serious they're taking it. Let's talk about the stimulus package for the Thai people here. Again, all this is from the Tiger. Stimulus package gives more back the more you spend. I'm not 100% on this. A new stimulus package targeting middle and high income people aims at increasing spending by offering more e-voucher with the more you spend. Yin Chang Yin Dai, which translates to the more you spend, the more you will get, will reward those who spend between 46,000 and 70,000 baht with a 7,000 baht e-voucher. This is part of the government's 225 billion baht stimulus package, hopes to encourage 4 million qualifying middle to upper class people to spend more money by refunding 10 to 15% back, according to the Finance Ministry's Fiscal Policy Office. People wishing to participate must register and go on through that. It says an additional 2,000 baht will be available for people participating in the Section 33 that win back or whatever it is scheme. The plans are expected to push 85.5 billion baht back into the economy as recipients must spend the cash by the end of June. The 50-50 stimulus program that has been popular with the government, covering half of what people spend for food, drink, and other items up to 150 baht per person per day, will also be expanded. That plan began on October 23rd and ended at the end of 2020, covering 10 million people, with each receiving 3,000 baht. The second phase of the popular program added 5 million more people and raised the limit to 3,500 baht per person. A third phase of the, I don't want to try to mispronounce it, but it's a stimulus plan, is expected to begin in July, with participants getting a maximum of 3,500 baht each to spend and opening the program to 16 million new people. This massive expansion, though, will stipulate that anyone participating in this program cannot also participate in the Yin Shai Yin Dai scheme. I hope I said that right. All of these cash and voucher benefits aimed at supporting vulnerable groups, along with cash handouts for people who have state welfare cards, are part of the 245 billion baht the government is spending in an attempt to keep the economy from collapsing. This falls under the emergency loan decree, allocating the government 1 trillion baht total to cope with the situation. That's a lot of reading. A lot of reading and a lot of information, guys. Ralph says, even with the magic shots, most countries may still be in a pretty good size holding pattern on reopening until they see how well the various strains are squashed. I agree. I do agree. And that is definitely the case here for sure. Live My Ass Off says, for those in Bangkok, Terminal 21, Street Food Festival through May 16th, 50 baht voucher. Then you have to leave and go elsewhere. Imperfect, but easy to get out of a lousy blind date. I like that. A lot of reading, says the teacher. I know, right? It is a lot. So let's talk about, I want to go back down to the Klong Toy thing if I can find it, because that was a big part of what's going on. For those of you who don't know, Klong Toy is a slum section of Bangkok, and it is it's bad. It's really bad there. If I can find this example, so Vietnam has extended their queue for overseas arrivals to 21 days as well. Thought I had that article tagged. Here we go. Listen to this. This will kind of put things in perspective for you. The recent wave in Bangkok's largest slum of Klong Toei is a major setback for the Thai government's efforts in controlling the third wave in the capital. In the overcrowded community, more than 300 infections were discovered just last month. Now, after testing 1,336 Klong Toei residents over a period of 3 days, results showed 1 in 14 people testing positive. The CCSA is even admitting that the mass cluster is in such a dense community of 100,000 people is the most worrying. The residents, mainly who are considered to be in the low income bracket, venture across the country's capital daily by way of public transport to work in various sectors. Traveling to other areas of the city is just one of the many reasons the CCSA is closely watching the situation. All at-risk residents in Klong Toei are being tested, but since results take 1 or 2 days, the chance of spreading, even if you don't have any symptoms, is high. As each housing is only a few feet from the next, self-isolation upon suspicion or displaying any symptoms may be almost impossible for the residents. As health officials race to squash a possible nightmare in the capital, community leaders are also pitching in to deliver food to the homes of high-risk residents. More beds are also being added to Bangkok field hospitals, and even the idea of setting up. Sorry, guys, I was on the telephone ring. Even the ideas of setting up a field hospital in the slum is gaining steam. That's a bad situation. Just to let you guys know, it's a bad situation. Now that was 3 days ago, but it's still a bad situation. And now for the hotels. Let's see. Let me catch up real quick. Chris from Retire Working For You just did a video on this. Good for him. David says, take care, mate. Fly to work. Thanks again. All right, David, take care, bro. Autumn says people are stacked on each other in Klong Toei, 10 people or more in a room. It's very sad. Most of the people need to go to work up in the nice hoods. The Ralph says, saw one of the bar stream handing out food a couple of days ago. She bought food for some off a food cart after running out of prepared meals. Wow. So at least people are helping each other. That's a good thing. I would suppose. Thai hotels call for extension to domestic travel stimulus package. So the hotels are in big trouble here, guys. Big trouble. The Thai Hotels Association is urging the government to extend the domestic travel stimulus schemes set to end on September 30th. The THA, that's the Thai Hotels Association president, says the stimulus packages, quote, we travel together, end quote, which subsidizes flights and hotel accommodations, and the tour. There's another scheme. I don't want to mispronounce it. Another scheme must be continued until the situation is under control. She points out that despite no national lockdown, there are Thais are reluctant to travel, which is having a devastating impact on the hotel industry. A recent survey found that nearly half of Thai hotels only have enough liquidity to keep going for 3 months or less. Marissa says it's vital the government's tourism stimulus schemes are extended to the end of 2021 and beyond. Quote, Thailand needs a longer time to contain the spread because the infection rate of this variant runs faster than the previous 2 rounds, not to mention the higher level of fear among the public. This time will be different and more challenging for tourism sector as people voluntarily stay home despite no rigid LD orders from the government. The Bangkok Post reports that a number of Thai hotels are taking part in a scheme which enables them to access soft loans and debt restructuring, but Marisa warns that this will not be enough to help them meet their costs. Quote, the official order from the government to close hotels in risk areas during the first round prompted the Social Security Fund to compensate 62% of salary employees for 3 months last year. Even though there is no such enforcement this year, the impact of travel restrictions and the ban on many activities produced the same bitter result. She adds that while the THA and the Thai Chamber of Commerce have proposed a monthly salary co-payment plan, there has been no response from the government. Quote, from the current situation, the only solution for employees to get financial aid from the SSF is to be unemployed first. But hotels don't want to lay off staff because skilled workers in the hospitality sector will be difficult to find when we want them back. And that is a huge problem that's happening within Thailand, because a lot of skilled workers are leaving. Some of them are going OFW, overseas foreign workers. They're leaving and going overseas to work. Some of them are just leaving. Some of them are going back home to the villages that they were raised in. It's weird. It's strange. It's a little bit scary, but at the same time, if the government holds, if these numbers are true, if they're going to be getting all these magic shots in and are able to do what they say they're going to do, then everything should work itself out by about October. We should start seeing foreign tourism re-engaging in October at a significant level. You will see foreign tourism, if they can do what they say they're going to do, by July 1st, which, you know, I don't. They say it's going to happen. I hope it does. But if they can do what they say they're going to do by July 1st, you'll see a lot of people that wanted to come on in, because to the best of my knowledge, that once you are inoculated, or you have both your magic shots, you can come to Phuket without a queue. So that should help a lot. The Ralph, I read that. MedTech says, I would rent a room in KT for the experience. I think it would be amazing, enlightening experience. Basic slum room, fan only, shared bathroom. It would be an experience, but that's one that I'm just not really down for myself, to be honest with you. Tim says, I got you, Tim. Alderman Asia says, I have thought the same thing. MedTech, yep. It would be an interesting experience, but it's not something. I saw the slums in the Philippines, and I was very distraught by just how run down they were, and how nasty of a living situation that it actually is. And I don't wish that upon anybody for any reason, at all. It's just a bad situation right now. Let me go back. Oh, just got a update here. Let's see what this is about. To the Bangkok governor or something. Okay. Bangkok governor extends closure order due to high case count. It says, this is hot off the press. Just got it right now. Stuck says, I've stayed in places like the Philippines. Not for most people. Yeah, definitely not for most people. I've been there. I've seen the places. I've never stayed overnight in one, thankfully. This is just came in from the Tiger. Bangkok's temporary closure order will be extended until May 17th to slow the spread, of course. Since April, more than 16,000 cases have been reported in the capital. Surrounding provinces, Samut Sakhon, Samut Prakan, and Nonthaburi have also reported a high number of cases. The temporary closure order signed by Bangkok governor was initially set to be in effect from April 26th to May 9th. On Friday, the governor signed an order extending the closure order until May 17th due to the spike of cases. Schools, tutoring centers, and other educational institutes must remain closed. Entertainment venues, billiard halls, arcades, Internet cafes, zoos, skating rinks, boxing stadiums, and fitness centers must remain closed. There's your answer, Bangkok warrior. Must remain closed. Convenience stores can stay open until 10 p.m. Shopping malls can stay open until 9 p.m. Despite closure measures and disease control restrictions, cases in Bangkok have remained high with an uptick of infections reported in the crowded neighborhoods such as Klong Toi Slum. Bangkok has also been classified as a deep red zone by the CCSA. The deep red zone is under highest control to slow the spread. Under orders from the CCSA, restaurants in Bangkok cannot offer dine-in services. Only takeaway and delivery services are allowed until the situation improves. That is straight up, hot off the press today. So the only part that really worries me about that is the schools being closed. Right now we're working from home, but I don't know how long that's going to carry out. I'm a little concerned, to be honest with you. I'm a little concerned. Let's see here. What else do we have going on that I could bring to you? Oh, initially, Thailand was going to handle, the government was going to handle everything to do with the Magic Shot program. And now, this is the update on that. Thailand's Chamber of Commerce has confirmed that the private sector will open 372 Magic Shot centers in an effort to accelerate the Magic Shot rollout. Nation Thailand reports that 82 of the centers will be in Bangkok, which, along with neighboring provinces, is currently bearing the brunt of the third wave. The private sector aims to support the government's plan to inoculate 50 million people this year. Various premises around the country, including offices and factories, are being knitted out with mobile Magic Shot units, IT systems, and equipment, printers, and card readers. Someone from the TCC, I'm not going to mispronounce the name, someone from the TCC says volunteers are being recruited to staff the centers and food and drinking water will be laid on. The plan is to offer local Magic Shots to prevent people from having to travel and potentially pass on the illness, which is a good strategy, by the way. According to Nation Thailand, Saran met with the Interior Minister for talks on increased public-private cooperation in the fight against the situation, particularly supporting small to medium-sized businesses. Both acknowledge the vital role Magic Shots plays, enabling the country to reopen to desperately needed international tourists. So that's what I'm saying. That Thailand is understanding how bad they need international tourists to come back in and revive what Thailand is known best for, which is their tourism industry. It is understood that a Magic Shot Center launched in partnership with Bangkok City Hall will serve as a model for provincial governors, Chamber of Commerce, and local health officials around the country. Meanwhile, the government has confirmed that from next month, foreigners living in Thailand can register to receive Magic Shots as part of the government's rollout. That date has been brought forward on the southern island of Phuket, where expats in possession of a valid work permit can register from Tuesday. Phuket is aiming to inoculate 70% of its population as it aims for a July 1 reopening to foreign tourists who have had their Magic Shots. So, I got to tell you, it's if you read the news, it doesn't seem so bad because of what's happening. I'm going to go back and catch comments in just a second. Thailand to get 10 to 20 million doses of Pfizer. It basically says you get 10 to 20 million doses. They announced on Facebook. let's see, is expected to arrive in Thailand in the third or fourth quarter of the year. See, that's what worries me. There's no definitive timeline on there. Currently, the China one, also known as whatever, is being administered in Thailand to adults ages 18 to 60, while the AZ magic shot is being administered to adults as well as the elderly. The two Pfizer magic shot has been appealing to Thai health officials because studies show it's safe and effective for children ages 12 and older. The J&J has also been approved by the Thai FDA, and there are also other ones in the registration process. So here's what I gather from today. I gather that Thailand is taking this super seriously, and finally starting to roll to get. Well, I don't want to say finally. I'm not criticizing Thai government, guys. I'm really not. Excuse me one second. Sorry about the shot there. Yes, another week, Bangkok Warrior. Let me go back up. Sorry about that, Autumn. Let me go up and catch the comments. Now, I think that I think it's going to happen. I mean the safety issue. I think the magic shots are going to roll out. I just don't know if Thailand will meet the timelines that it set. I don't know. And without knowing about the timelines, who knows what'll happen? It's I just don't know. Let's see. Where was I at? Okay. Live my ass off says MetTech. At MetTech Gracie and I stayed in the Klong Toy area for about a week. The slum section is small. Yes, it's crap, but there's worse makeshift places just walking down Succumbent, sadly. Fair statement. Albanese says, I was in Klong Toy in 2016 while waiting for my friend to get off work. When she heard I was in Klong Toy, she about screamed at me, do not go there. Tim says, Mike, just out of curiosity, is there any places you haven't lived? Tim says, to me, roughing it means a hotel room without cable TV. A lot of people feel that way, Tim, myself included. I'm not interested in living in it. You know, people do what they have to do to survive and get by. I understand that, but I'm not interested in living in a place like that myself, or staying in a place like that myself. Stuck in Florida says nothing like rats nibbling at your toes for a sense of adventure. I bet not. I bet you are 100% correct. Mike says, question for you, buddy of mine. He's normal, clean business guy. Invites Gracie and I over for dinner in a few nights. Do you go? I'm kind of on the fence. Thoughts? Question for you, buddy of mine. That's for you, buddy of mine. Normal, clean business guy invites Gracie and I over for dinner in a few nights. Do you go? Kind of on the fence. Thoughts? I don't know. If he wants to talk business, he can do that with you without having you over for dinner. You know, if it were me personally, I'd be like, you know, thank you so much for the invitation. I appreciate the offer for dinner, but with the situation right now, I think it's best if we don't come in close contact with each other. And I hope you understand it's nothing personal, but that's, you know, that's what I would do. And if he wants to talk business, then do a Zoom call or Skype or whatever the case may be. I don't believe I'd put myself in that situation. I just don't. I say that as a guy who has been confined to this 24 square or 22 or 24 square meter condo room for the last week, and it's driving me nuts, to be honest with you. Tim says, Mike, I say go have fun, enjoy yourself. And it's fair. That's what Tim thinks. Lyle says 34 up and 5 down. Good. We got a couple trolls because I don't know how you could give this live stream a thumbs down. I haven't said anything bad, wrong, or done anything to anybody. So as long as the trolls are watching, we're winning. And I love that. We do not, Jim Pell left, and we do not have any contributions because Jim Pell left. And that is just sad. Just sad. We can't let Jim have all the fun. But in all seriousness, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to bring to you guys. I'm also working on some new projects, so any and all contributions will be greatly helpful. Just to let you know, as always. Tim said, let's see. Mike says that Tim, LOL, I haven't lived in a bunch of places, e.g., ability to do. That's awesome. Alderman Asia, thank you so much for the first contribution of the day, brother. $10 from Alderman Asia. I really appreciate that very, very much, sir. Thank you. That was what that beep was. When the email comes through, I'll show you. I am using a VPN on my phone today, so I don't know if there. Nope, that's not it. Some emails, some alerts are coming through, but I don't see the email for the PayPal. But I assure you, Alderman Asia just gave $10 through the PayPal, and I appreciate that very, very much, Autumn. Very much, very much. $10 goes a long way over here. Thank you, sir. Tim says, I mean, I have been in just about every city's gut or slum in Europe, stayed overnight in a lot of them as well. But when I lay my head at night at home, I always want it to be the best I can get. Fair point, Tim. I've done that too while I've been traveling. That's good. Tim says, stuck, had to read that twice. Thought you said you rented. That's a good one. Mike says, I'm kind of leaning towards your way of thinking, JC. Situation, not biz. That wasn't a PayPal or anything. Kind of leaning your way. Situation, not biz. Just hang out and eat. Yeah, it's in my personal opinion, it's just too dangerous to go hang out and eat. That's just my personal opinion, Mike. And you are one of. You may be the smartest person. Well, you are definitely one of the smartest people I have ever met in my life. I mean, super intelligent. And I think that you know that it's in your best interest, and especially with you and Gracie, just to hang out, you and Gracie, and not go over there. I think so. There's Jim. Now we got some ding dong stuff going on. Tim says, I got 28 up myself. Jim, I'm glad you're back, man. We was wondering if we were going to get a challenge going here. Alderman Asia has already contributed $10 via PayPal, which I greatly, greatly appreciate. It says between 11:25 p.m. and 11:45 p.m., so it's giving you 20 minutes, which starts basically now. My time, we get 75 in. I will throw in 25. Get your $100. Let's do it, guys. PayPal and Cash App. Awesome, Jim. Thank you so much for the challenge, and I really hope we meet that. We're already $10 into it, so we need 65 to go, and Jim will throw in 25, and Jim will always throw in 25 because he's always done that. So I appreciate it very much, you guys, and I really hope we get that 65 because that 100 will go a long way, long way. Now, moving on. Thank you very much, Jim, for starting that, and thank you, Alderman Asia, for being the first person to contribute. I very much appreciate it. Mike says, return smart. Clearly, I'm the best actor you have ever met. Well, maybe you are, but in my opinion, and talking to you. Definitely one of the smartest people I've ever met. So I also continue to hit the thumbs up button, guys. That always helps. Jim says, how do we have $10 into the already challenge and not even started yet? Well, Autumn contributed 10 to the PayPal. Okay, we can do it between. So you want to do it completely on your terms. Gotcha. 11.25 to 11.45, 100% understood. So $75 within those 20 minutes, and then you'll throw in 25 to make it an even 100. Love it. Love it. Jim's, I read that. Stuck in Florida says, you know what they say, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance. I love it. There is the email from Autumn in Asia. $10 PayPal. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it greatly. Greatly appreciate it. There is Mr. Lloyd Fry. Did I just say that out loud? Nobody knows who Lloyd Fry is, so it doesn't matter. But that's a member of the community in here, and he just contributed $20 via PayPal. Normally, I hold that person's name. I don't show that person's name, and for some reason, it just slipped my mind when it came out. But nobody knows who that is, so we don't have to worry about that. The $20 did come in via PayPal, and I'll wait on the email to show you, but that was 20 more. So we are at 20, Jim, 20. Mike said, thank you so much for that, by the way, Mr. Person that contributed that 20. I greatly appreciate it. And would greatly appreciate it if we made Jim Pell pay $25. That would be really awesome. So 20 down, 45 to go. $45, guys. Let's get 45 in here. Mike says, stuck in Florida. I don't wait. Is it take your clothes off and ride a unicycle? Done. Stuck says that would definitely baffle a few people. Mike, got you, man. That could leave a mark. That's true. Lyle says $55 now. Yes, Lyle's keeping track. Autumn let's see. Jim says, Autumn, I will count your $10 just because I appreciate you promoting the channel like I do. Thank you, Jim. That's awesome. So we count Autumn, then we got 10 and 20. So that's 30 down. And we have Lyle says, damn you, I don't care. Okay. Sorry, Lyle. I'm sorry. That was Lyle's 20. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to say his whole name on there. That was kind of rough. I never do that. But I appreciate Lyle. I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you. You've been helping support the channel for a long time, and I really greatly appreciate it, just as all of you have. I try to put this together. This takes, this eats up most of my Saturday because after the live stream's over, I have to do all the tagging, titling, and all that stuff, try to get it promoted, that kind of thing. And it does take some time. And videos like this, at any time, YouTube could say, we're not going to monetize it or whatever. And the fact of the matter is, because it's a long live stream, not a lot of people watch it anyway. Rarely do I get 1,000 views on a live stream anymore. That's fine with me. I would rather have 30 to 40 people that watch the live stream that care about what the live stream's about than to have 400 people that are watching that could care less and are just talking junk in the comment section. So I appreciate you guys and love it all very much. Jim Pell says 45 to go. Tim says Jim Pell has a big wallet. I think Jim's secret is he may be rich. No, I'm just kidding. He's not. Jim does have a website though. It's called Helping Others Helping Others. Jim, put your website up because I can't remember the exact. It's Helping Others. Others Helping Others or helpingothers.com, something. It's one of those. Anyway, Jim's got a website, guys, for anybody who may be watching this on the replay. And he does a lot of really good work down in Tampa. to help people and animals and all kinds of good stuff. So we want to make sure that we keep promoting Jim and his website out there because he's doing a great job, doing a fantastic job actually, and we appreciate him on this channel very, 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 very much for all the work that he does. And we still have about 15 minutes left in his challenge, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to you guys rolling in and kicking in that. There we go. One Hungry Traveler, my man, 22. I'll just put it up like that so you can see it real quick at the top. He just kicked in another, was that $22? I guess it'd be $20. So that's another 20. So we only need 25 more to go, Mr. Jim. One Hungry Traveler, I would like to say thank you very, very, very much for that. I appreciate you, and I know you're a lurker and you do a lot of listening, but I also know who you are. Love you, man, and appreciate you always being there for the channel. And I really thank you for it. I really do. Appreciate you guys very, very much. And if any of you are having PayPal issues, I'll just do this, the Cash App. In case you have Cash App, you can always use this. And that's my Cash App tag. It works great. I love it. Jim says, I wish I was guys here. The way I look at it, I could be out drinking and spending $75 and $100 to go out and party tonight, but I'd rather give it to DoMoreLife. And thank you so much for that, Jim. That means a lot, man. Tim says, hey, you didn't have anything to do on a Saturday night anyway, right, Jeremy? I mean, it's not like you have a social life or anything. That's true. It's not like I have a social life, but it's Saturday morning here, right? I do have stuff to do today. I'm still working. Even though I'm at home, I'm working. I got one thing I have to do for work, even though it's a Saturday. And then I got to start working on a couple videos for you guys that I've been promising to come out. I did not have a chance to do that this weekend because I have been a student and a worker all week. I'll explain that later. Jim says, hey, Jeremy, how do you pay as a gift on PayPal? It used to let me do that, but I cannot do it now. That's how I have to send the money tonight because I'm sending this out of my Robinhood account. I don't think you can send me a gift, Jim. Guest on PayPal. I don't think you can because you sent money before, and after you send so many times, they won't let you send as a guest. So, I don't know. That's interesting. No time, no. I don't know if anybody knows how to fix Jim's problem there. Let me know, because I'm pretty sure we only have $20 to go, and I'm pretty sure that somebody will kick in another 20. Pretty sure. I feel confident about the group. We got 35 people in here, and I feel confident that between 35 people, we can come up with $20. So I'm hoping that happens. Moving on. There, just to make sure I have all the information for you guys, as this is what you contribute for, right? So I want to make sure that I have the latest and greatest for you. There was a whale shark yesterday in Pattaya. That's not big news, but I wanted to make sure I knew that, or that you guys knew that. Let's talk about Laos for a minute. In case you were thinking of going to Laos, Jim says he's working on it right now. You'll figure it out, Jim. I'm sure you will. Laos Prime Minister orders an extension on LD measures. While the majority of countries across the globe have been grappling with the clusters for the past year, Laos, just north of Thailand, has only reported 1,177 cases, with the vast majority of infections detected over the past month. So the Lao PM says ordered an extension on LD measures now until May 20th, saying it is essential in containing the spread, which spiked in mid-April with some daily new cases surpassing 100. Yesterday, the country recorded 105 new cases. In I hope I say this right, Viente, you guys know where I'm talking about. The capital of Laos, the government has prepared 3 field hospitals with 1,200 beds. The government, quote, the government is aware that extending measures will cause difficulties in people's daily lives, but we ask everyone to understand the situation and to be patient so that we may control and eventually overcome this. Over the next 2 weeks, the situation will be monitored by the Lao government. The National Task Force for the illness prevention, the illness prevention and control, and local task forces in areas where the virus is contained. Officials will look into easing restrictions. In areas with clusters, restrictions will remain tight. Apparently, some Lao residents cause problems for local health officials who are trying to contain the clusters. Some people who have tested positive have refused to be admitted into healthcare facilities, while others residents breaks. Somebody who wrote this was typing in a hurry. Other residents break the prevention rules, such as holding large gatherings. And again, that's coming from Lao. So, I don't know. I don't know how many of you are interested in Lao, but I know a lot of people go there from time to time, and it is what it is. So I thought I would make mention of that. Tim says, hey, Jeremy, just out of curiosity, how does your work deal with your YouTube page? I mean, are they in agreement with it? Are they annoyed with it, or what? My work page, the people that I work with enjoy my YouTube page. They don't have a problem with it at all. And I'm glad, because the last place I worked, my supervisor didn't have a problem with it, but it seemed as though everybody that I worked with did. I don't know why. I never talked about the people that I worked with until after I left. And even then, I never said anybody by name or anything like that. Never put the place down. And Jim says he's working on it right now. We got 9 minutes to get $20, guys. If you got 20 to give, then you would literally be helping out and be giving the channel $100 for today, and that would be greatly appreciated. Mark says, never burn a bridge, as the saying goes. 100%. I didn't burn a bridge there. You know what? I'm not even going to get into it, because it's irrelevant now, and I've moved on from that, and there's really no need for explanation. So it is what it is. That job is over. I'm glad it's over. I don't have anything bad to say about the school that I work for. I don't have anything bad to say about my employer, my direct supervisor. So there's really nothing to say. Like saying goes, if you can't say anything good, don't say anything at all, right? Jim says, to offer guest payments, navigate and log into your PayPal account. In the top right corner, click on your profile icon and choose account settings. Select website payments from the list on the left side of the page. Find website preferences in the list that appears on the screen and click update. From the list of website payment preferences, toggle on PayPal account optional. When the account optional feature is turned on, your buyers don't need a PayPal account to pay with PayPal. They use an alternate checkout and have the option to sign up for a PayPal account after making their payment. Customers with PayPal accounts still log on to their PayPal accounts to check out. That's awesome, dude. Good for you, Jim. Good for you. Jim's working hard in the background for DoMoreLife. I'm telling you, man. But that's what he's all about, helping others. That's what he's all about. And I appreciate that. Make Jim pay, says Lyle. I agree. I love to see Jim pay. We only need $20, so that's it. James, good morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Glad to see you. Where are we at on the challenge? We need $20. So $20, and we are in there. $20, and then Jim's got to pay. Tim says Jim will pay. The man always does, and I would agree with that statement 100%. James is in Las Vegas. Awesome. Oh, Stuck, you the man. Thank you so much. Stuck's going to kick in the 20 as soon as it comes across. I will, as soon as you hear the phone ding, I'll let you know. The emails are not coming through yet, guys, because like I said, I'm using a VPN on my phone today for various reasons. So I'm not going to push it, and his name will show up on the PayPal. So I'll just leave it. There it is. I can't cover his name up, I don't think, but that's the I don't know if you could even see that, but that's the 20. Stuck in Florida. Thank you very much, sir. I love you for it. And we'll wait on Jim's to come in. And you guys have just given DoMoreLife more life, and I appreciate that tremendously. You have no idea how much that 100 is going to help out. As you all know, I am trying desperately to get some. I want to do a couple things. Let's talk about the channel for a minute. We've talked about everything else. Tim says VPN on phone times girlfriend stalking you again. No. Definitely not stalking. James says, so Thailand and Pattaya closed down and borders. Thailand is technically open, James, but you have to do a 14-day queue, and that's whether you've had both your magic shots or not. Pattaya is essentially closed because of you can't no dine-in restaurants, no entertainment venues. There's nothing to do in Pattaya right now, so essentially it's pretty much closed. Even going on the beach, they have mask mandates in Pattaya and here in Bangkok. All the dark red zones have mask mandates. So first violation, if you're outside in public, even if you're in a car by yourself, if you're outside of your apartment and don't have a mask, first violation, 6,000 baht. Second one is, I think, 12, and then the third one's 20,000 baht. That's a lot of money. Jim says, okay, I wrote you what it says is a setting you have to do, Jeremy. You may not be able to do it till after you get off live. Either way, I will send my part. You know that. Absolutely, Jim. Oh, that was my instructions that you were saying? Okay, we'll do that when it comes off. There's an email coming through there from since I called his name earlier, we'll just show it. That was the 20 from Lloyd, and I appreciate that. That's why the emails are taking so long to come through. Jim says, okay, Stuck, next 2 weeks in a row that you are the one that makes me pay. LOL, that's great. Whatever we have to do for the channel, my friend, you and Lyle love to make me pay. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I've noticed that too. I've noticed that. And it's quite entertaining. It's also fun. It's also very good for the channel. But I want to be able to get, I've got my mic, and I want to be able to get a decent setup because I know you guys are tuned in for the live streams. And that's also where the channel typically makes more money, is on the live streams. In addition to that, I found a way to vlog more with a much smaller device than having to carry around my camera. And I want to get to that point, especially as we start to open back up in Thailand, whenever that happens. So I'm really looking at doing some things with the channel here. In addition, I'm taking up a new, I don't want to call it a hobby. I want to call it a new skill. I'm learning a new skill. And in learning that new skill, there will likely be a new YouTube channel coming soon. And when I say soon, I mean in the next 4 months or so, 4 to 6 months. Because I'm acquiring the skill and I want to make it into a YouTube channel. It will be entirely different than what we do here. And it's going to be very, very, very interesting. Lyle says, JC, I was thinking about you yesterday. I was grocery shopping, saw a 5-pound bag of Pintos. Oh man, do you know what I would give for Pintos? Oh man. Jim says, well, I was going to do challenge number 2, but my challenge right now is trying to transfer the money from Robinhood to Chime or Cash App. I deal with Robinhood too, and I think they have I think it takes like 5 days to transfer that money out, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. I don't think you can instantly transfer it out. Like they give you instant direct deposit, or they give you instant deposit cash, but I don't think you can transfer it directly out. So if worse comes to worse, we'll just wait till tomorrow or whenever, Jim, and I'll show everybody that you paid. They know you paid. Jim always has a good job going on. That's true. Jim says Jeremy is taking pole dancing lessons, just so you guys know. I'm definitely not doing that. Hello, Panpon. Good to see you this morning. Thank you for coming by. I'm glad you said hello. Hello to you. Good to see you. And I hope you are doing well. Tim says, Jim, oh man, I just had a visual of that. Thank you. Not. That's funny. Jim says, no, I have a Robinhood debit card. Oh, okay. So you can move the money around. Gotcha. Lyle says, is he trying for a new income stream? I'm trying for a new income stream. I don't know about Jim. I'm not sure who you're referring to there, Lyle. I'm always looking at ways to create new income streams. For example, I have a merch store that never sells any merch on Teespring. DoMoreLife merchandise that rarely sells anything. I don't even know if you guys know about it, but it's in the description. The link is in the description below. James says, Robinhood says you can buy Dogecoin on their platform. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Tim says, do you mean Robinhood, the eatery? No, we're talking about Robinhood, the trading app, the stocks and crypto app, which I understand they recently added a bunch of crypto to. So I'm experimenting on learning new skills, guys, and those new skills are going to translate eventually into a new channel here on YouTube. Also, yeah, Jim says we're both trying for new income streams. Thank you, Mr. Z there. Zero Rock. That's Red Robin is the restaurant. That's correct. Very good. I like that. Thank you for the comment. But that's true. So I also need to get back in and find the Amazon store again so I can put that affiliate link in the description below. I had it a long time ago and then gave it up for some reason. I forgot why. It was due to a trademark issue when I thought that guy had the trademark to DoMoreLife. Some expats tried to get cute. They bought the trademark, or they claimed that they bought the trademark to DoMoreLife, and really they didn't. And so I bought it myself. Mark says, as in Reed Robin. That's it. Lyle says, I'm talking about you pole dancing. Oh, definitely not looking for that income stream. That's for sure, Lyle. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to be pole dancing anytime soon. I can assure you that. I might go watch some, but I'm not going to be doing any kind of pole dance. Of course, I'm not going to be traveling anywhere until everything opens back up. When it opens back up, I'm going to be working, so that's going to limit my travel to the weekends. However, at least I'm going to be able to travel. James says, I'll bet we could all get together and buy a bar in Pattaya. Now, some dude on YouTube says he has a group bought 10 to 15 bars. I'm sure they did. I looked at some prices, as a matter of fact, and I have seen some ridiculously cheap prices. Tim says, "Woo, dodged the bullet there." Yeah, yes, you did. Tim says, "Guys, get your Dogecoin before tomorrow night when Elon Musk is on SNL. It's supposed to shoot up like a rocket." I have 6,500 coins. Good gosh, you have 6,500 coins, and it goes to $1 tomorrow night, depending on what you bought in at. Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, not to give anything away here, Jim, but I think you got in pretty early. You're gonna have some funds to fund your helping others, and I hope that happens. I really hope that happens. I hope Dogecoin does exactly that. Tim says the DoMoreLife Bar and Grill. Does that have a catchy name to it? I think so. Sounds interesting. James says, "Oh gosh, maybe I should buy it. Maybe, possibly. I think right now, Dogecoin is trading at. I'll tell you in 1 second. Come on, little cell phone. Dogecoin is trading at 70 cents right now. It's at 70 cents. Matter of fact, they said it's high. I haven't seen it trade that high before, and this is all probably anticipation for Elon Musk's thing tomorrow night. So 70 cents, if you've got money, if you've got that many coins, Jim, that 6,500 coins, that's a lot of coins, brother. You're going to be making some money for sure. So we'll see how all that plays out. I know the resistance had fallen down to about 60 cent, roughly about 59 cent. Couple days ago. I've been keeping track of this stuff just to see what it looks like, what it's like, that kind of thing. I'm always trying to learn something new, guys. So just always trying to acquire new skills. That's all. My buddy said it dropped to 18 cents the other day. Nah, that's been a long time ago. Tim says, I have more than enough trouble holding on to American coins, never mind Bitcoin or anything else. I hear you, Tim. Philthos, welcome, my friend. Good to see you, man. Howdy. Did I miss anything? Yes. You missed the whole show. That's awesome. Somebody just started talking about Dogecoin and numbers, and they're talking about that stuff. We talked about Thailand extensively. We talked about travel plans. We talked about why there's no tourism in Thailand. We talked about the plan for Thailand to reopen, how they're going to reopen. It was around 7. Stuck? You got nothing to be sorry for, man. Whatever you're sorry about. I don't know, James. That's a good question. Dogecoin have a moonshot. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I didn't start this conversation about crypto. Just so everybody knows. You guys are welcome to talk about it. I didn't. Just so everybody knows, I didn't start this conversation about crypto. I started this conversation about Thailand tourism updates, the updates within the provinces here. We just got a new closure order in Bangkok that's going to last. So what's closed now will stay closed, and what's the curfews that are implemented will stay implemented now until May the 19th, I believe, is when May 17th. I'm sorry, May 17th. So another week. Jim says, okay, guys, I got some bad news. I cannot fulfill my challenge deal tomorrow. I will have to switch some money around a different way. I thought I could switch it directly off my Robinhood card. Sorry. Challenge number 2 will have to wait till tomorrow night. Well, okay, Jim. We're not mad at you, brother. We love you, man. No worries on that at all. We know you'll pay up. No worries. we had a challenge to make $100, and we needed. I'm catching filters up. We needed $75 to get Jim to contribute 25, and we got that because of the just wonderful graciousness of the people here, whom I love and respect dearly, and tremendously thank for just being awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much. We talked about Klong Toy, the slums, and how the spread is going on there, how it's a cluster and it's a mess. NASDAQ Poppy says, "Is Thailand back to normal?" Brother, we are the farthest away from normal we have been at this current moment. Now, in this live stream, I went over a bunch of information that points to a good recovery plan. We've seen good recovery plans before, and we want to see good recovery. We want to see them executed now. Not criticizing the Thai government or anybody else in any way, but Thailand is far, far, far from being back to normal. However, they have plans to start being back to normal in certain areas starting July 1st. Will that happen? We don't know. I hope that answers your question. You're welcome to watch the replay, NASDAQ Poppy. You're welcome to watch the replay and see what happens, or see the information that I went over, and hopefully it's educational. Robert Mack, good morning, sir. Glad to see you in the house as always. Thank you for joining. Filtho says the new normal, fear and hunger. Very true. Very true, Filthos. Very true. Tim says define normal. Normal as of today or normal as Thailand used to be? Whoa, dude. Lyle just sent, can you see that? Lyle just sent, I don't know if the tab went away or not, but Lyle just sent 25 to cover you, Jim. And he said, I'll cover Jim for tonight. Lyle, you're awesome, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for that. Dude, man, I love you guys. I love having live streams and bringing this content to you guys, and us doing it this way. That's awesome, dude. Awesome. Thank you, Lyle, so much. I really appreciate that, man. Jim says, Lyle, seriously, I genuinely appreciate that, bro. Let me get back to Tim real quick, and then I'll continue on. I'm a little struck right there by Lyle. Thank you, man. I genuinely appreciate that. At a time when the channel is trying to grow and really could use the funds, thank you for being thank you for coming through on that. And I know Jim will do his thing too. I'm not worried about that. You guys are just awesome. Absolutely awesome. Tim says, define normal as of today or normal as Thailand used to be. I don't think Thailand will ever be the way it used to be. I think it's going to be better. That's my personal opinion. I think it's going to rise above. I think that foreigners here are going to be more widely accepted, at least for the initial or the short term anyway. I think there's talks about foreigners being able to purchase land here in Thailand. I'm not going to get into those articles because I didn't think it would be appropriate for today's topic, because that's not related to tourism in Thailand and the tourism updates. This is Thailand 2021. This is the year 2021, and I believe this will be the year that Thailand will recover. I believe that, or they will begin the recovery, I should say. Let me go back up here. As you know, right now we can't technically own land in Thailand, but they were talking about properties. I mean, you have to understand the level of desperate that we're getting to here in Thailand, and I explained that through the economic situation, through the economic stuff that I read earlier. I hope you guys understand what I read, and I really hope that that helps you understand just how bad it really is here in Thailand right now. However, I fully expect Thailand to do. Thailand is going to do what's best for Thailand, and they will do the right thing. They will get the job done. It may not be done when we want it done, but we're guests here as expats. Okay, my concern is more for the Thai citizens than anything else. I really want to talk to you guys offline. I'm not even sure I could do this in a channel members video about what I'm doing to prevent in the interim before the magic shots, before I get my magic shots, to prevent infection. I have to figure out a way to pass that along to you guys. It's so simple, and it's tried and true tested. So I have to figure out a way to do that. Let's see. I think it'll be better, Tim. That's to answer your question. I think it will actually be a better place to come. I really do, in many aspects. Jim says, I sent all of my play money into Robinhood on anticipation of tomorrow night. Understood, man. Jim says, yes, Lyle, I will pay my late fee. LOL. That's funny. Wow, we got a super chat. Thank you so much, Mr. Zork, I think is how you say your name. Thank you so much for that super chat, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Things are going to get better. That's right. That's right. That's what his comment says, and I agree with that 100%. Things are going to get better. Just remember, this too shall pass. This is one of those situations where the world is learning how to deal with something that they haven't had to deal with in many years. Okay. I will tell you this in accordance to his comment. And thank you again for the super chat. I really appreciate that. In accordance to his comment, I will say that people are learning how to work together, and those that are learning how, or those that refuse to accept the situation for what it is, are literally consumed with anger and hatred, and they're not people I want to be around. We are products of our environment, guys. If you want to be around, if you want to be successful, you got to put yourself around successful people, which is why we have the people we have in the live stream in here, right? They don't have to necessarily be successful, but they have to be ambitious. And when I say successful has many different definitions, depending on who you are and what your definition of success is. I was asked a question the other day by a friend, how do I define wealth? Well, my definition of wealth just happened to be the same definition that he had of wealth, except we expressed it in two different ways. And the same thing is going to happen when it comes to the rollout of these magic shots, and whether people believe that this whole thing about the hoax and all that stuff. I'm sorry. At the beginning, I was kind of in the middle. Now I'm definitely on a level-headed playing field where I know the jab's got to come, and it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It is going to get better. And this channel is going to get better too, by the way. That just we always grow in some way on this channel. Every time I put out a video, or every time we have a live stream, we learn something. And that's what's important, is that we learn. We pass along information. We have debates on here that are logical, pragmatic, and productive. We don't do negative. We don't talk negative to each other on here. We don't shoot each other down. We don't talk about other bloggers or whatever on here in a negative light. Vast majority of the time, there are rare occasions that happens, but the point of DoMoreLife is to do more life. And to do more life, you have to have the resources to do that. That's why this channel exists. That's why I want to give you all this. Got it, finally. Others helping others. Just sent $10 through PayPal. And Others helping others. That's Jim's website, by the way. I'll go down to comments and I'll catch up to all that in just a minute. So we'll get to that. Thank you, Jim. Love you, buddy. I really mean that. Jim says I'll pay my late fee. Maybe that was his late fee, Lyle. We'll see. Let's see. Lyle says 41 up, 7 down. That's great, man. That's great. If we could get the 50 thumbs up, that would be awesome on this live stream. I think this has been a very informative live stream. We've had a great chat. I'm not done, by the way. I'm not done. And I want to continue to thank and talk about Mr. Zork's comment. Things are going to get better. That is a mindset that one must have. Okay, that is a mindset that you got to believe, because if you sit around thinking everything's going to get bad, the only thing, or everything's going to get worse, the only thing you're going to see is the worst. There's the other 15. So that's the 25 from Mr. Jim Pell, keeping his word as always. Love you, brother. Thank you so very much. DoMoreLife, life saving is what you guys are doing. And I really, really appreciate that. Genuinely appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I don't know what else to say about that. That's just awesome. The contributions are awesome, and I appreciate them so much, so much. But if you look for the bad in everything, you're going to see bad all the time. That's what you're going to find, is everything wrong. However, if you're optimistic and you look for the good part of everything, you're going to see the goodness. And the best way to do that is to become self-aware. Become self-aware of who you are and become an independent thinker. Don't let others tell you how you should think. Don't let others tell you how you should feel. Don't let others tell you who you are. You define who you are, not everybody else. And the best way to define who you are is to associate yourself with the right people. I say this a bunch, and I'm going to say it one more time for anybody that might be new in here. If you take the average, the average of the 5 people that you're closest to, the 5 people that you talk to the most, 5 people that you spend the most time with, if you could take the average of their character, whatever their character is, and average that together, all 5, that would be the person that you are. Keep that in the back of your mind, because we are products of our environment. If you don't believe that, go stand in a dumpster. Eventually, you'll start to smell like garbage. I say that a lot, but it's true. Let me get into these comments now. Thank you again, Mr. Zork, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jim and Lyle and Stuck and Autumn and anybody else that sent. I don't have all the emails here, guys, but thank you guys just so very much for contributing tonight. I truly appreciate it. I really do. And of course, thank you, Jim, for setting it all up as usual. All right, let's move down to comments here and see. Jim says, thank you, Lyle. I will make it up tomorrow night. Sorry about that, guys. No worries. You already made it up, man. I'm behind on comments, I know. Let's see. I really felt bad because I know JC needs it today. Yeah. Jim knows the situation, so it's all good. It's all good. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Robert Mack says, stuck in Florida. I'm going to Venice Beach tomorrow, meeting with Wanderer. Venice Beach. That's a place I would love to visit for sure. Purchasing land. Well, that is a start. That is a start, Tim, and that's a great start, by the way. For those of you that don't know, purchasing land in Thailand has been a no-no for foreigners for many years, and now they're talking about the possibility of letting it happen. I'm sure there'll be a lot of red tape, but nevertheless, if that can happen, that's a big deal. Stuck in Florida says, Robert Mack in Asia, are you going live tomorrow? And if so, what time? Hey, that's good. I didn't even know Robert Mack was doing live streams. James says, Walking Street used to be awesome. Now foreigners could buy land that would make a lot of male Frangs happy. That's true. That's very true, James. Very, very true. There's an email that came through from Others Helping Others. Others helping others right now. That's Jim's thing. Helping others right now. Okay. So that's Jim's website. Go on there, check it out. Help him out. He does a great job. Love Jim. Does a great job. He's helping others right now. You got a good point there, James. I think Patty is looking at doing something different with Walking Street. I think you're going to see the nightlife entertainment district there move back towards the LK Metro, Soy Bacal, Tree Town section. And you'll probably see gentlemen's clubs scattered throughout Patty and Jomtien. That's my opinion. That's what I saw last time I was there, which was the beginning of April. I don't know. We'll see. Jim says, Lyle, does that mean I have to pay a late fee and pay interest to you as well? That's funny. Robert Mack says, stuck in Florida. Yes, afternoon, probably between 1 and 3. Cool. Lyle says, Jim, no. Philtho says, how fast of a tourism recovery can they handle? That is an excellent question, Philthos. An excellent question. I don't have a solid answer for you, but you're gonna need to re-implement not you, but I'm saying Thailand's going to need to re-implement all the staff that they've lost, the workers that they've lost, the businesses that they've lost. So trying to bring all the people back is great, but you got to have places or trying to bring all the foreign tourists back to pump up tourism here in Thailand is great, but you've got to have things for tourists to do. And if you're coming over here to work or you're coming over here to retire, if you want to retire in Thailand, you need things to do. So you need those businesses, you need those restaurants, you need the nightlife, you need the entertainment, you need all those things. If you want to, have the full Thailand experience, that's in my personal opinion. I've been living here a little over 3 years, and I don't know how fast they could handle a tourism recovery, to be honest with you, Phil. That is an excellent question. And I can tell you it will take some time. That's my question and my opinion. Zorik says, no problem. It's Zorik, but you can call me Steven. Oh, okay, Steven. Awesome. Thank you very much again, Steven, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Tim says, well, it seems to me that without expat dollar, there isn't going to be much of a recovery, maybe medically, but as far as the Thai economy goes. Got a good point there. The dollar, as of right now, still holds its value pretty well. And they need dollars and pounds and euros to come flowing in here and be converted into baht. They really do. And they're going to take steps to do that for sure. James says if they pass that law, that would help men to stop being burnt in real estate deals. You got a good point there. Also, what would help men stop being burnt in real estate deals is to not get involved with the women that or to set it up so that the women can't take everything from you. That is possible. Robert agrees with Tim, and Steven says, thanks, Tim. Tim said this channel getting better, ? But we're damn near perfect as it is. I appreciate that, Tim, but we got a long way to go, brother. Long way to go. A lot of stuff I want to do here for sure. Robert Mack says, Jeremy, I got both Pfizer jabs, no problems whatsoever. That's awesome, Robert. I'm so glad to hear that, man. So glad to hear that. That's excellent. Wonderful news. Good for you, bud. James says, yeah, pretty cool crowd here. We are, man. We love coming to hanging out Saturday and Sunday nights for people in the east, people in the west. And it's Saturday and Sunday mornings here for me. Let's see. Philto says this channel already got better. It started offering channel memberships, an amazing value. Thank you, Philthos. Yes, channel memberships are a good value. There is a lot of additional content on in the channel membership section. It's only $2.99 a month, guys. It's a great way to support the channel. One We offer once a month live streams with channel members. We offer pictures and content and extended videos, sometimes early release videos to channel members. I put stuff in channel member section that I don't put on YouTube. That's really more personal and more to the point, or more matter of fact, I should say. And you get some perks. You get some perks as well. So if you're not a channel member, I strongly encourage you to become one. Again, it's less than, I mean, like two soft drinks a month, 2 canned soft drinks a month. It's the price of a 2-liter Coke in America. So and there's some good content there, and there will be more, I guarantee. Let's see. Thank you for saying that, Philtos. Jim says, I tested it with 10. Hang on. Yep, we got you, buddy. James says, Big Jim in the house for sure. There's his website, helpingothersrightnow.com. Phenomenal website, phenomenal guy. I encourage you to go help him out. Also says, Philthos, it is greener over the septic tank. Greener over the, oh. I just got that. Good one, Lyle. I like that. Mark says, I was reminded of this not too long ago, and it's worth mentioning here. The grass is not greener on the other side. It's where you water it. 100% correct. That's why I'm staying in Thailand and not going back to America. Because this is no lie, Mark, I sold cars for 2 years in America at a Honda dealership. And there were a lot of salesmen leaving because the commission they were paying at another Honda dealership across town was a little bit higher than what they were paying us. And our sales manager, the general sales manager, came out and he said, listen, guys, if you guys want to go, go. But I encourage you, the grass is not always greener on the other side. He said, if you're standing on a patch of grass and you water and you fertilize and you treat that grass right, it'll grow and it'll be greener than your neighbor's grass. And that's a very good point, Mark. Very good point. Very, very good point. I believe in sticking it out and making it better. When a problem arises, I don't focus on the problem. I focus on the solution. What's the solution? That's one of the big things that I've been focusing on this week. So, a very good comment. Tim says, well, yeah, negativity is just that. Positivity on the other hand. Gotcha. Jim's website again. You guys can click it from there. Open it in a new tab. Check it out. Thomas Travers, perfect words, brother, but trying to explain that to a pessimistic person is like pulling hairs one by one. 100%, Thomas. I agree with you 100%. That's why I just state my opinion, where I'm coming from, and if the person refuses to hear my words, then that tells me that their mind's closed. There's nothing more I can do for them, or there's nothing more I can say to them. I just walk away. I don't have the power to control anybody else's thoughts or feelings, but I do have the power to remove myself from a situation. And if a situation is negative, that is exactly what I'll do, is move myself away. Steven says, hey, invest something in Bitcoin, no matter how little. It's not going anywhere, guys. Fair enough. Fair enough there. Jim says, I had to figure it out, Jeremy. Lyle and Stuck was going to charge me 100% late fee. Well, you got it figured out, buddy, and I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate it. James says, well, LOL, I will try to stay positive about USA and our governmental leader. Good luck with that. I'm not even going to get into that. That's one thing we try to avoid here. Nothing against you, James, at all. No, don't take this personally. No politics, no religion. We don't talk about that, but I would just say good luck if you're in the USA right now. Just best of luck to you, and I wish you all the best. I really do. There's nothing enticing for me about the USA at this moment. That was the other 15 that others helping others sent. The email just finally came through. And there you guys go. So that shows you that Mr. Jim did pay. Mr. Jim did pay. Tim says, Bitcoin, isn't that what the infamous website Silk Road used? You need the ladies. I don't. I'm not sure. Where Tim's going with that one. Tim says, I just helped an elderly couple. They had a little puppy, 3 years old. They could not afford the veterinarian bill. The puppy had a tumor in its intestines. The vet said without operation won't live a month. They were 79 and 83. Good for you, Jim. Good for you. Good for you. Dogs mean a lot to people's families. Tim says, CJM, not only are you helping people of those 3 puppies, but you are helping the puppies as well. And I have a very soft spot for dogs and cats, animals in general. So do I, particularly dogs. I like cats. Don't have a problem with cats, but particularly dogs. Jim says, I do as well. Tim, we have homeless, domestic violence victims, single moms, single dads, and our little furry friends. That is the 8th animal that I've saved in a year. Good for you, Jim. Good for you. And he agrees with Mark as well. So way to go, Jim. Good job, buddy. Good job. Jim says, we started our recurring membership and is working real well. We also have a place on our website for businesses to advertise, and that is working well for us too. We had 3 join up the last couple of days. Good for you, Jim. I'm glad to see your business is taking off. I really am. That's significant, and I'm very happy for you. Very happy for you. We need 4 more likes to get to 50, guys. Filtho says about positivism. The glass is not half empty or half full. It is overflowing with blessings if you have the eyes and the attitude to see it. My man, right on point. Excellent comment. I like that. Not half full. I've never heard somebody say that before. Not half full or half empty. It's overflowing with blessings if you have the eyes and attitude to see it. That is a tremendous way to look at life. That is an outstanding way to look at life, as a matter of fact. Good for you, Philthos. That's a really positive message there, bro. I like that. I really like that. That's a good note. That's kind of a good note to end things on. What do we need? One more like, one more thumbs up to get to 50. I think we're getting one more thumbs up to get to 50. There's Stuck in Florida's 20 that he put in, so I can cover his name up and show you the 20 there. There we go. Just came in. Again, I apologize, guys, for not having the mic plugged in today, but I didn't want to take a chance. And there was Okay, I'll Carry Jim from, well, I've already showed it now, so there you go. Mr. Lyle, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Tim says, night, everybody. See you all later. Absolutely. Absolutely. Steven said, yeah, Tim, you have a good night, brother. And thank you for being a part of the live stream as always. Much appreciated. Steven says, got you to 50. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Yep, I'm looking at it now. Got you to 50. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. And welcome. I haven't seen you before. I don't know if you've been here for a long time or not, but welcome to DoMoreLife. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the live stream. And hope to see you coming back. We'll be here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Bangkok time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do that just about every Saturday and Sunday throughout the month. And if you want to become a channel member, you'll get an extra live stream and a whole bunch of content. There's some good stuff already up there. That's always an option for you. All you do is just click the join button below, and you're not going to join immediately. You click join, it'll tell you what the perks are, and then you can decide if you want to join or not. I only have one tier, and it's $2.99 a month. So great way to support the channel. But thank you very much for getting me to 50. I appreciate that. And thank you for your super chat, Stephen. Appreciate it. Stuck in Florida says, Philthos, I've considered every day since my 40th birthday as a gift, and I was basically broke and homeless at the time. I'm not homeless. I just turned 40. Pretty much broke. But my 10-year plan has started to take effect. Stuck. I've been talking about this for a while, brother. And my first step in my 10-year plan is underway. and that involves that new skill set I was talking about learning and a new channel coming online. In addition to start uploading old video, I'm gonna start uploading some of my old my time in the Philippines to Odyssey, BitChute, and what's the other one? Rumble. I'm gonna start uploading there, so maybe some other people can see the content and then come over to this channel. That'll be awesome. Also, I was informed that there is a way to live stream to either 12 or 17 different platforms at the same time by our good friend Tytastic. And I think I'm going to contact him and see if I can figure that out as well. So these are all things in the works, right? And Stuck, I'm glad you're not broken homeless anymore, brother. Autumn Asia says, set the bar low and you can always jump over it unless it's a limbo stick. That's so true. There was the $20 sent in by my very good friend, One Hungry Traveler. These emails are starting to pour in now, as you can see. One Hungry Traveler. And that's due to the VPN stuff, but thank you very much for that. Again, One Hungry Traveler, I appreciate that. And yes, Autumn Asia, to give an analogy for that, I always say keep your expectations low and your acceptance level high, because it's better to be surprised than disappointed. So same thing you're saying, same thing. I agree with that 100%. Good for you, man. Jim says, Tim, you have a good night, my friend. I'm out of here myself. Everyone, good night. See you tomorrow. Jim says, please visit my website. Send this out to friends and family. We need all the help we can get. So many people needing help everywhere. Jim says, helping others right now.com. Jim, we love you and we appreciate you, brother. Very, very, very much. So thank you for doing everything you did tonight, and we will certainly pass along the information about your website. He says you can join for less than $1 a day on a recurring program. Do you have not homeless and domestic violence victims along with animals? We have a lot of kids. So good for you, Jim. Good for you, man. And this is a good platform for you to post that on, because people on here have a lot of respect for the things that you do. Ed S. Thailand is locking down too much. U.S. is open, doing fine. Looks like tables have turned. Tables have turned. Because in the beginning, Thailand was, the place to be. Unfortunately, right now, it's going through a hard time. As I went through earlier in the live stream, there are plans to make it much better quickly. We hope that comes to fruition, but we won't know until we know. Philtho says, channel members get to participate in the model bikini auction, right? LOL. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lyle says pole dancing. No, I'm not pole dancing, Lyle. Jim says, my goal, we have 31 kids. Last year, I have Christmas under my tree. My goal is to double that this year. Good for you, Jim. And I hope everybody checks out the website there for sure. Chuck, what's up, my man? What's up, dude? Good to see you. I am so glad you joined the live stream for even a minute. Thank you, brother. Philtho says, Lyle pole dancing. I married a pole. She just danced on my nerves. I like that. Top Shelf Travel Network, Robert McAnesa says. Jacob, sounds like you're definitely doing more life. Good night, morning. Absolutely, I am. And I do it because of the people that are on this channel that support the channel. You guys are awesome. Chuck says, hope everyone is well. I'm sitting here feeling guilty taking the state of Ohio money, but hey, someone has to do it. Hey, man, somebody's got to do it. 100%. 100%. Somebody's got to do it. Law says 53 up, 7 down. That is a number I can live with. We've been going for 2.5 hours, and you guys have come through in every way possible. Much love to everyone who made a comment in the live stream tonight. Thank you for listening. Super love for anyone who contributed monetarily to the channel tonight. You guys absolutely rocked it. I appreciate you more than you could possibly imagine. Thank you for that. Channel members, thank you for being channel members and recurring that channel membership. I really appreciate that. Not going to let you guys down, keep you guys informed, and I've definitely got some more content coming your way this week for sure. For sure, it's coming up this week. So with that being said, guys, we've had a heck of a live stream. We hope that the tourism industry in Thailand picks up as soon as possible. I will have a different topic, but it will be much more of an open discussion tomorrow. And I encourage all of you to join us for the live stream tomorrow, same time. I'll be sitting here in the same place, and I look forward to seeing you all then. I can't say thank you enough to everyone. Thanks to Jim for always getting these challenges started. And thank you to everyone who contributes to the challenges. I really appreciate it. Go check out Jim's website, helpingothersrightnow.com. He's a good man. He's doing a good thing, and he deserves the attention for it. He really does. Stuck in Florida says, thanks everyone joining the live stream. Absolutely, this is a family. And for those of you that are new, welcome to the family for sure. Lyle says, I told you, epic. You did tell me, Lyle, it would be epic. And it has been an epic live stream. Very, very, very epic. Very epic. And I'm super happy with the way things turned out. So I love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. And whatever you do today, be sure you do more life. Later, guys.